Okay, we're gonna do something in this video. I'm gonna talk about the ultimate direction 2-hour indicator, and I'm gonna show you how I've just used it recently to make some bank, guys and gals. I recently introduced this to the membership. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And this goes out into a nightly email. This is a 2-hour chart. You can see here, 2-hour chart. And in a few days here, it's going to start streaming live for the members. But I wanted to talk about how I've already used it to turn some profit for myself. So, if you didn't watch my video from a couple days ago about this new directional indicator, you really need to watch it. It's a very good video. But let's just go over, how did I use it just recently, just in the last day or two, to make some money, okay? Now, here we are on the Russell 2000, and the first thing I want to show, of course, just touching on it real briefly again, is to look at the directional indicator here. It says, hey, it turns red, it starts going down. Over here, it turns green, starts going up. You can clearly see price is moving in the same direction as the indicator, right? Or vice versa. All right, pretty simple stuff. Red is down, green is up. But take a look at this. I've had this indicator for quite a while. It's called the Giddus candle, also part of the Giddus Plus indicator. But look very carefully here. You're going to see this kind of purple candlestick. Let me stretch this out a little bit. Let's make this nice and big. Okay, it's a little better. Stretch it a little more. See this candlestick right here? It's got like a lavender or a plum color. Yeah. It's telling us something's about to happen. It believes something's about to happen. And sure enough, the market started pulling down. So this was a great warning. This plum candlestick helps traders, right? In my membership, they see this purple plummy candlestick and say, wait a minute, something's going on here. There might be a trade coming up. Okay? And sure enough, it was right. Look at this. Okay, let's go back the other direction. Okay. Look right here. Plum candlestick. Look at this. Saying, hey, there might be a trade coming up. It took about another 10 to 12 hours, but look at this. Turned green. Bam. So it knew something was going to happen. Right? It's forecasting that there's going to be something going on in the market, where there's going to be a change in behavior in the market, and it catches it, and the market takes off. Okay? So that's what that indicator does. This indicator works in conjunction with the directional indicator. Really nice, right? Now we get over here. Look at this. Bam. A few hours later, directional indicator changes. And we've been down ever since, folks. Price, sure, it did some bouncing. Look at this, stair-stepping down, right? See that? So, okay, so giving you a little taste of, how to put this all together and use it to your benefit, either whether you're going long or you're going short. Okay, now obviously, to trade directly in the indexes like the Russell 2000 or the NASDAQ or the SPX, most people are going to use options. Okay, I chose to go a different route, and I chose to trade the futures, right? In this case, the Russell 2000 futures, because there's a futures product too. So you could do that instead if you don't want to do options, or do both. Okay, so let's switch over to the futures here. Okay, here are the futures, the E-mini Russell 2000 futures. Now this is the companion, if you will, to the RUT. The RUT is the index, and this is the futures against that index, okay? Now look here, this is the 2-hour, this line is the 2-hour ultimate directional indicator. It doesn't work on futures, right? I mean, see how it went from red? I'm not saying it doesn't work, but see how it goes from red to green to red. That's why we don't use it on futures. We only use it on the intraday index because that's what keeps us in the trade. Human beings are funny creatures. I'm serious. We're a funny bunch. And if we see something that tells us just one big color doing this or one big color doing that, it gives us confidence. But if we see green, red mixed with green, we start getting indecisive. Start making bad decisions, jumping out and back into short and trying to go long, then back to short, and you don't make any money. Okay, that's why the indicator, the ultimate 2-hour directional indicator, is only for the intraday index charts, the index symbols, not the futures. Okay, because we just saw how it keeps you in the trade, right? It was just one big red line down, right? From back over here. Okay, it went red on the RUT and just kept staying red. Here it's changed colors a couple times. We don't want that. We don't want to be influenced by this. This is futures. Okay, so what we do is we look at the intraday or day only indexes to trade futures. The day charts or the intraday indexes, because they only trade during the intraday, they keep us in the game. So guess what? Whenever I'm trading the futures, I don't have this on. I keep this indicator off. I don't want to know about it. I have another screen and I'm looking at the directional indicator. Of course, that directional indicator is emailed to members every night, and it's also going to be streamed here probably later this week or starting early next week. So members can look at it anytime they want. Okay, look at this, $235. I'm already up. Now I was up more than this. I was up like 400 or 500 earlier, but I'm just letting this ride. You know, a couple ways you can do it. You can take profits when they're good, like down here, obviously. I mean, you could look at the futures and do a little bit more traditional style trading. I could have just got out down here, the bottom wick. And then just, wait for this to do its little bouncy bounce. And then when this pulls back again, jump back in and go short again. Okay, just a couple ways you can do this. You can just let it ride, or you can just, be a little bit more involved. Okay, but my point was about the directional indicator is for swing traders, that's great. They just want to do a trade. They don't want to be messing around with it. They don't have time during the day to be jumping out of trades. Great, just let it run. So you can see I've already made a profit on here, $250. Okay, it's been bouncing around here. It might even come all the way down to like $100, but guess what's going to happen? Most likely. I'll be looking at the RUT, not the futures. I'll look at the futures occasionally just to see what my PL's doing. Right now it just went from 250 to 285. It's kind of jumping around here, whatever. But mostly I'll be looking at the RUT, because the RUT is most likely going to do a bounce and then pull back even more. Okay? Because that's what this futures are going to do, is come up like this, probably going to bounce. But I'll keep a very close eye on this momentum. I will be keeping an eye on the momentum. If the momentum gets out of control here and starts getting way above zero, that's a different story. You might have to get out of the trade. Okay, but I know the longer term time frames for the Russell look shaky. Okay, I'm not just trading willy-nilly here on the 2-hour chart. I'm aware of the daily chart and the weekly chart, and they look like they're going to give it up for a while, for a few weeks. Okay, so meantime, I just let this run. I'm up to $315. Woohoo, making money here. Yeah, I told members, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I said the trade of the week is going to be the Russell 2000. Well, there you go. Look at this thing. Monday it ran up. I told them it's either going to be late Monday or Tuesday, a short side trade for Russell. Well, bam, bam. Sure enough, right at the open for Tuesday, Monday night, Tuesday morning, because futures trade 23 hours a day. This thing took a big dive overnight. Okay. And you don't really want to be trading long when the daily chart and weekly chart are telling you that Russell's going to be doing that, right? You just trade with the trend. With the trend. right? This is going this way. You want to be, look, this is, as I just finished up this video, a lot of people make this mistake. You see all this red going on here? A lot of red. Big old plum and red, and you got this little spot of green in there. A lot of people try to trade this thing long in the middle of this big downtrend. Don't do that. Okay? These are just bounces that are going to give it back up, most likely. Okay, you got to be aware of the overall trend. This is, if this, all this red is a reflection, really, of the Russell on the daily chart. So you got to be aware of the daily chart. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, that's how you use. Okay, back over here on the Russell 2000 RUT, right? The Russell Index. That's how you use the directional indicator. But bam, it's telling us stay in the trade, going short. Okay, this is the 2-hour chart as I mentioned earlier. For now, momentum is below the zero line. So I'm going to be watching this momentum very carefully to make sure it stays below the zero line. Okay, if it starts getting up towards the zero line and trying to cross over, see how it crossed over here? If it starts trying to cross over going up, okay, that's going to be for me a sign for me to say, okay, wait a minute, I need to pay attention. I may need to close out the position. Okay, so we use this in conjunction with MACD. We use it with the Giddis candlestick. It's all available to the members, okay, to make some really educated trades, yeah? Okay, to become a member, there is a link in the description just below this video. Now, I just showed you how I've already made $300 using the directional indicator today, okay? Within less than 24 hours. I took one E-mini Russell futures and turned it into $300. All right, so in the description is the link for the membership. Make sure you read the instructions. There's also a link in the first comment. I'll pin it to the first comment in the top of the video, okay? In the comment section. Click on that discord.com link, brings you over here to get a server. Click on server shop. Guys and gals, $7.99 a month. I just made $300. That's like, I don't know, half a year's or more's worth of whatever that is. It's like a, more than whatever. This is like a case 10 months times 5, 50 months. I just paid for 50 months of membership. Something like this. Right? So, you know, if you're patient, the membership's going to like pay for itself easily. Okay, there's a lot to this membership. There's S&P 500 streaming charts. They're down here. The streaming charts I just showed you for the ultimate directional 2-hour charts. That's for the Russell 2000. That's for the NASDAQ, and that's for the SPX. That's coming up later this week or early next week. So when you join, you're going to get that starting here real soon. I'm just waiting for one part to come in on one of the servers that's serving the content. And then you'll be able to see streamed live those indexes as well. Okay. Also, there's a streaming charts for gold. So if you want to trade gold, you can do that. Just ask me when you join in member chat, say, hey, get us, where are the links for gold streaming charts and for the 2-hour charts? And I'll give them to you. Okay. Super simple. There's also alerts for the S&P 500 and gold here. So you can always just right click on either one of these channels and turn notifications on. Every night, emails go out Monday through Thursday. I take all 3 of those 2-hour charts plus the S&P 500 futures chart, gets attached to an email and goes out to the members every night, Monday through Thursday. And then I give my opinion about the market. Last night, I said to the members, they got that exactly, all the attachments I just mentioned in the email last night. And I also told them the market is starting to show some weakness. We might see the market weakening for the S&P 500 because the Russell, I believe, is leading the way down. Okay. And of course, I'm taking advantage of the Russell 2000. Why not? Okay. Do I want to trade shaky up and down S&P 500, or do I want to trade an index that's going in one direction pretty hard? It's pretty simple, right? You want something that's consistently doing something in one direction. So anyways, I told them that last night. The market is starting to look shaky. And today, well, we'll see how the market ends today for the S&P 500. Still, today's not over. So they get that every night. Every day, Monday through Thursday, I put a video, members video, in the Get Us Only post channel. So you get to see the daily video every day. Okay, there's premium symbols I put out every day here, so you can pick symbols. Okay. Really nice set of symbols in there. Future symbols, optionable stocks, industries, and shorts. All are in here. Part of the membership. All right. And then lastly, there's the rules. You got to read the rules. There's the refund rules are in there. The disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor. I just give my opinion. This is all opinion, guys. Strictly educational purposes only. Doesn't matter if I'm saying it or anybody else is saying it on this server or in my videos. Strictly educational purposes only, all right? And that's the way you want it. You want to become a knowledgeable, expert trader on your own, right? You don't want to be following me. I'm just going to do what Gittes does. That's a bad way to trade. You want to learn how to trade and do your own thing, and the membership will help you do that, okay? And then lastly, the last rule in there is, hey, be nice, be respectful in the server. Don't use any foul language. Don't post any dirty links or try to post any nasty stuff, because I won't tolerate it on this server, okay? I'm going to warn you. I'm going to delete the content. If it gets bad enough, I'll kick you. If you're just going to be a big troll and create problems, you're going to get banned, all right? So don't do that. Don't be that person, all right? It's a great environment. Join, come, learn, make some bank, all right? Hope you all enjoyed the video. God bless everybody. Talk to you all soon next time.